we often think that we remember the craziness, the hoopla, the lights, the smoke machines, fog machines, whatever. But really, people are more attached to emotions, and live music is emotional. When people are performing and you get to see them sing in front of you, you get to see the music and feel it live, you're just more attached to it.
Hi, I'm John from PGP Wedding Films, and welcome to Say Yes to the Best, where we talk to the best wedding pros to give you wedding planning advice. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. We have new content out all the time to help you with your wedding planning. And go check out our partners at Pennsylvania Weddings. Their blog is an amazing resource for anyone planning a wedding in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, or any other location throughout Pennsylvania. So head over there and follow Pennsylvania Weddings over on Facebook, where we are going to be going live with this week's guest on Thursday. Today, I'm talking with Pat of Pat and Sean Kelly. They do music at weddings, both live acoustic as well as DJing at receptions. So if you have any questions about the music at your wedding, leave a comment below. Pat, thank you for being on the show again.
Hey, my pleasure, man. This is great.
So tell me about your business, how you got started, and about what you and Sean do.
Sure. So back in August of 2015, we started booking weddings. Sean and I have been playing music together for a really long time, 20 plus years, since we were 10 years old. We're twins, so we were with each other all the time, and music was always a thing that we did. We played it in a band called The Revere for a while, and we were signed to a record label called Rock Ridge Music. And we did some touring and did, I would say some light touring, and have written a bunch of original music. So we come from the artist side, but also we've, always performed acoustic music together and, performed covers and been in cover bands and all that kind of stuff throughout time. So we have a pretty wide range of, understanding songwriting to understanding why people like to dance to September by Earth, Wind & Fire.
So you guys offer both live acoustic music right now as well as DJ services. What made you decide to offer both of those?
When we first started, one of the things that I saw was that I was really interested in the live music and the DJing aspect. So I wanted to be able to do both. And the way that we kind of fell into it is we had some friends ask us to do weddings, years before we started doing it for a living. And we realized that we can do both of those things, both of those skills, and we can charge to do that as well. And so what happened was I basically dove into DJing right away. When I said I was in an ad agency job and it really wasn't working out for me. So I said, you know what? I've been wanting to start this business, and I'm going to just dive right into it. So the first thing I did was I went to Guitar Center and opened up a credit card and put DJing equipment on there. And so we already had a lot of the equipment as far as live music was concerned, because we've been doing that for a while. But I then just was like, I'm going to do this and start DJing. And since then, it's become, I don't want to call it an addiction, but it's become, something that I've really been really working hard on. I went from, basic level stuff to professional grade DJ equiment.
I'm sure it's just like with me in video. There's always something you can buy.
Oh, it's exactly the same.
So have you found that it's an advantage for you to be able to kind of do both live music as well as offer that DJ service?
Yeah, 100%. That's probably the main reason why we book a lot of gigs. People want the best of both worlds. That's kind of what ends up being said, because people they really like the DJ aspect of being able to choose music and have the original recordings or have remixed stuff. Make it really easy to dance to because people know the music. But they also like the live aspect because live music is, in my opinion, is the best. I mean, who doesn't love live music? So It's also a cost thing too. We also sit at a price point that's between a DJ and a full live band, so we're able to kind of utilize that to make a living out of it. We can find where the sweet spot is. Every year changes, of course, but we can find where the sweet spot is and price ourselves accordingly.
You mentioned it as the best of both worlds. In your mind, what is the big advantage of having live music at a wedding versus not having it?
Live music is. We often think that we remember the craziness, the hoopla, the lights, the smoke machines, fog machines, whatever. But really, people are more attached to emotions, and live music is emotional. When people are performing and you get to see them sing in front of you, you get to see the music and feel it live, you're just more attached to it, especially if you like it. I mean, someone could go up and play a song on the piano, or you could, push record, but it's a lot more engaging to see someone perform it than it is, to just hear it. So that's we get to do both of those because also technically DJing is live DJing, meaning that I'm not just fading back and forth between songs on Spotify. I'm actually doing the work of putting songs together and beat matching them and key matching them and making sure it's all cohesive. So it's not just live music. It's the live music, live DJing. You put it all together. But I would say that live music is just more emotional. It's easier to get attached to it.
So what are some factors a couple who's kind of on the fence, not sure if live music or a DJ is right for them? What should they really be thinking about and considering?
Well, the one thing I'll say is that most companies are getting pretty smart about that. They offer a DJ to come to a lot of gigs. So I've seen ads, like, of course, all the wedding ads come to me because I'm a wedding industry professional. So I've seen a lot of ads from companies that DJ companies and live music companies where they kind of couple together a live band with a DJ, and that's what people will be able to do. They can hire that out. But if you're trying to understand whether or not you want the live music or the DJing and which one is better for you, a lot of times it comes down to budget. If your budget is just under what a live musician or a live band would cost, and you're like, man, I just look at the other things that you can do. So maybe you get a really, really good DJ. Maybe you look to the high-end DJs that are more expensive, but you're guaranteed to have a really, really, really good time. And then maybe you invest in some acoustic musicians or something else that is a little bit different. That's out of the realm that you would typically be able to afford if you were going for the full live band.
So what are some really amazing ways you've seen couples incorporate your type of music, live acoustic music, throughout their day, not just at a reception, but for their ceremony, cocktail hour, or even other moments throughout the day?
So what we do is we offer couples that will learn up to 3 songs for them. So the thing that people do to get creative with it is they'll utilize those 3 songs for a recessional, maybe a special song that is kind of like a surprise. We'll play with the father of one of of someone in the couple, or we'll do things like that where it's really special for them and they just have no idea it's going to happen. Or maybe someone in the couple gets up and we perform a song with them. That's a surprise. So it's stuff like that's kind of what they utilize. Not too long ago we did we helped a bride that we were working with record a song that she sang, and her dad had no idea that they were going to dance to a recording of her singing their father-daughter song. So it was a lot of stuff like that we get to do that ends up being more important and more special than pretty much anything else that you can add to the day musically.
Is there kind of any moment that jumps out to you that you guys were able to really affect a couple's wedding day? Anything that really jumps out of you, like a really special memory?
Yeah, we had a couple whose dad wrote a song for the couple for their first dance, And I mean, they were super nice to be able to say, you know what, yeah, Dad, you can sing our first dance song. We've never heard it before, but you can sing that. And we were able to perform it with the dad and do backup vocals and really make it special. So that's a moment that I'll never forget. That was super cool and pulls at the heartstrings for sure.
Tell me, are there any other things you guys are involved in? Any other ways that, people, if they're just interested in music, could connect with you guys?
The one thing that we kind of do a little differently is we're also artists in the, just in the music industry overall, because we have experience writing songs and because we have experience with a lot of different kinds of music. We also do things as artists, so we release original content all the time, and then we're also I'm also a business guy too. I went to school for business, and one of the things that I'm invested in doing now is teaching people how to start their own business doing this, because one of the things that I've seen is that there's a lot of people who have the potential to do this and run their own company doing it, or run and do it on their their own time, their own thing, and a lot of people don't know that they can jump in to do that. They rely on another company to kind of send them business, or they work for them, and they don't get paid as much, or they don't get to have as much freedom as they'd like to. And so one of the things that I want to teach people to do is to start doing this on their own, and to be able to to change kind of how we do things in the wedding industry overall, in the Philly area, in the whole country, just to kind of change the face of what people expect for music.
And I know you also have a podcast. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Sean and I have a podcast called Better Off Wed, and it is a podcast that focuses mostly on it's mostly on music just overall, but we do a lot of episodes on wedding related stuff. So we've done episodes on parent dances, first dances. We've done episodes on how we approach wedding music and what makes it different than other people. We've done a lot of different kinds of episodes on choosing music and choosing your vendors and kind of what that means.
All of that information, as well as Pat and Sean's information, is going to be below. So check out the podcast and check them out. Definitely, if you are looking to hear good music at your wedding and have a good time, you definitely want to reach out to them for your big day. Pat, thank you for being on the show.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching Say Yes to the Best. Again, subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. We have new content out all the time to help you with your wedding planning. Thanks again, and happy planning.
I was nervous all day. I still don't even remember what I said. I'm pretty sure I asked you to marry me, and I know you said yes. She likes to, say that her goal is to kind of be the light in the room, and I think that she exemplifies that very well, and I think it's just very fun and easy to